session. So we come now to the last couple bills that we're going to talk about before we take a short break, and we're in workers' comp. And you'll see that there were over 20 bills here that were proposed along the way. Frankly, it looked for all the world like this was going to be a session where nothing much happened in workers' comp. And then, as the late summer kind of unfolded, what became known was that a group of labor and applicants' attorneys, but especially labor, were working with large self-employers on a deal. And what came out of these negotiations, which insurance companies for the most part were excluded from, other large employers, a lot of the traditional constituencies that had been heavily involved in workers' comp debates were not at the table. But one came out of this was Senate Bill 863, which makes a number of what appeared to be pretty significant changes in the workers' comp system. So you will see that starting on page 73 of our booklet and continuing through page 76, we have tried to summarize the sort of key provisions of this workers' comp bill. So I'm not going to read these to you, but this is probably as good a summary as I've seen, sort of thoughtfully capturing each of the major components of trying to address medical liens, of trying to increase the permanent disability benefits, of trying to make more meaningful and efficient independent medical review, and limiting the sort of outside efforts to undercut those, to modify the fee schedules in a way that makes sense, and those are the key things. The various interested parties, the Division of Workers' Comp and others, are now in the process of developing regulations to more fully implement the terms of 863. But it looked, for the most part, by observers who are expert in workers' comp, like this was actually a pretty good set of workers' comp reforms. And so whenever something good comes out of the legislature, it's kind of hard to believe, but in this case, it looks like it may have been, at least initially.